Have you ever pondered on the transformation of a land, once celebrated for its abundant culture and vibrant history, into a theater of conflicting ideologies and national identities? Welcome aboard the complex narrative of the Israel-Gaza conflict, an epic saga that has been evolving for more than 100 years. Our expedition commences nearly a century in the past, amidst the turbulence of the First World War, marked by the Balfour Declaration. This was an official proclamation by the British government, vowing to create a national domicile for the Jewish population in Palestine. Following the war, British military seized control of the region from the Ottoman Empire, marking the onset of the Israel-Gaza conflict. Now let's move our timeline to 1918. This year marked the onset of a notable wave of Jewish immigrants flowing into Palestine. They sought refuge from the relentless persecution in Europe. Between the years 1918 and 1947, we witnessed a dramatic rise in the Jewish population in Palestine. It escalated from a minor 6% to an astonishing 33%. However, this massive demographic transformation wasn't well received by the native Palestinian population. The Palestinians observed this shift with increasing apprehension, which eventually gave rise to mounting tensions. The outcome was a full-scale Palestinian uprising that raged from 1936 to 1939. In this era, Zionist organizations were actively campaigning for a Jewish homeland in Palestine. They were noted for their vigorous efforts in promoting a political ideology that originated in the late 19th century, which was the establishment of a Jewish state. Concurrently, these organizations witnessed the rise of militant Zionist militias, which initiated aggressive actions causing a great number of Palestinians to seek refuge. In reaction to these actions, a significant Palestinian revolt erupted, shaping a period of intense resistance. In the midst of the turbulence that was engulfing Palestine, the United Nations stepped in to mediate and propose a solution. This came in the form of Resolution 181, passed in 1947. This particular resolution proposed a partition of Palestine, which sought to divide the land into two distinct entities, an Arab state and a Jewish state. The proposal saw approximately 55% of the land earmarked for the Jewish state, leaving the remaining 45% for the Arabs. Jerusalem, the city at the heart of the conflict, was given a unique status. It was designated an international zone, separate from the divided territories of the Arab and Jewish states. Jerusalem, as it stands today, is bifurcated into West Jerusalem, which is primarily Jewish inhabited, and East Jerusalem, predominantly populated by Palestinians. The latter was occupied by Israel during the Six-Day War in 1967, along with the West Bank, an action that has yet to garner recognition from the worldwide community. Situated within the seized territory of East Jerusalem's Old City, a place of immense cultural, historical, and religious importance for Christians, Muslims, and Jews alike, is the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound. This sacred site is revered by Muslims as Al-Haram al-Sharif, and by Jews it is acknowledged as the Temple Mount. Recognizing its universal value, the UN conferred upon it the status of a World Heritage Site in 1981. In 1948, a significant event took place that fundamentally changed the lives of Palestinians, the Nakba, or the catastrophe. During this period, more than 750,000 Palestinians were forcibly expelled from their homes. This mass expulsion, often described as ethnic cleansing, was orchestrated by Zionist militias. The Nakba coincided with the birth of Israel, making it a pivotal moment in history. This devastating event marked the beginning of a dark chapter in Palestinian history, as these people faced the immense tragedy of displacement. The role of the Zionist militias was instrumental in this event, their actions leading to the displacement and suffering of a large population. In essence, the Israel-Gaza conflict is a multifaceted saga, crafted from a series of historical occurrences, demographic changes, and ideological disputes. The evolution of this conflict can be traced back to events such as the Balfour Declaration, the UN's Division Plan, the advent of Zionism, and the Nakba. Each episode adds a layer to the story of this persistent discord. Recognizing this historical context is key to grasping the present state of affairs and, ideally, picturing a tranquil resolution in times to come.